Hi, it's Eric from EJ Cigar Box Guitars. So I've got a package arrived. There we go. So usually I don't do these, but this is dealing with the pickup that I just put on this one. Sorry, the camera's acting up. The light behind me is really messing with it. So, one of these pickups. I'm going to show you how it arrives. There we go. Like I said, the light behind me is wreaking havoc on the camera. There we go. So, comes with a couple adjuster screws and springs. I don't use that because the part that you would put so you can adjust it, you may have to move here. There we go. So, the part that allows you to adjust it is going to come off. So this is how it looks when it arrives. And when we're done, it's going to look like that. So this guitar is the first time I used one of these. When I had taken that one apart, I didn't need any tools. So right here, just comes off like that. And you can see here, there's some glue. The glue pretty easily comes off, just peels off like that. And ta-da! It doesn't require you to do any modifying of any kind. Then you just scrape this glue off. There's not much left on there. You don't need to trim edges. You don't need to sand it. I mean, you can sand it if you want to do some kind of a antique look. But you don't need to. And then what you do for this, I tried to get the hole as tight as possible. So what I did, this kit from CV Giddy, the neck doesn't go all the way through. The heel does, but the neck actually stops right at the body. So you don't have to make a trench for the pickup to sit in. What I did, the pickup would have sat too low, just barely, but it would have been noticeable. So then I took a piece of the wood that comes in most cigar boxes. It's pretty thin, it's probably about 1/8 of an inch thick. I glued a piece of that in, and then I glued the pickup onto that. That raised it just enough, you can see here, that the pickup is just a hair above the box. Anyone that does this kind of thing, when you're putting in your pickups, check your last fret. Okay? I have seen problems where if your pickup is too high, when you're fretting that last fret, the string can actually be touching on the pickup, which there's plenty of clearance. This pickup could actually be higher than that. But it doesn't need to be. It's working fine where it is. I've seen people posting like on Facebook that they made their own cigar box guitar, and when they're fretting certain frets, the string sounds dead. That's why. There's a very good chance that their string is touching the pickup, which means that the pickup is too high or the neck is too low. You may have to go and raise your neck up, which really sucks if you've already cut the slot here, then you've got a gap. So then you've got to take and fill in that gap with something. But I want to show you that if you buy these, the ads will look like that. So this really easily comes off. You don't have to do any trimming. It's nice and round already. And then you lay this on the box, wherever you're going to be putting it. You trace it with a pencil. And then you may want to go a little bit more with the file once you've cut that hole, depending how much clearance you need. Because this wasn't mounted to the top, it was glued to the heel. So I needed to be able to fit the top over top of the pickup. If you're mounting the pickup right to the top, well then you can go a little bit tighter. You can leave this on and use the adjusting screws. For this one, I didn't want that kind of a look. I wanted it like this. So hopefully CB Giddy figures out the problem with their saddles that they're providing with this kit. Yeah, so like I said in the last video, they're sending saddles that are way too big, and I think it's an oversight. They probably were comparing to the height of the saddle that comes with the Hubcap Howler Resonator kit, and they probably just assumed the height would be the same. Well, it's not, because this box is actually a little bit higher than the Resonator cone that you get with the Hubcap Howler. But if you're a builder, you shouldn't have much trouble making a saddle. This one didn't take me long to make. It just kind of sucks because you order a kit, you're expecting it's going to work. I may do a video of that saddle in place so you can see how much higher it is. But this one is pretty much where you're going to want the strings to sit. So this was about the pickup. A second one arrived today, so I wanted to do a little unboxing so you can see what the cover looks like, how easily it is to come off, and that you don't need to modify the pickup. It's already nice and rounded when it comes out. And then, you can either go straight to a jack if you wanted to, or to a volume knob, which I wired it to a volume knob. This one here goes magnetic pickup. This one here is the piezo. If you're going to do that kind of a setup, the magnetic pickup becomes the master. So this needs to be cracked open just a bit for the piezo to work. So, as usual, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. Catch you later.